slave. You're a glorified slave, man. Like, why would you want to be a glorified slave? Culture will always be upstream from politics. Whoever can control culture can control politics. Like you getting political, you talking about 2024, you being open to different ideas, different conversations, you wearing a MAGA hat. It broke the internet.
I have them all to information share with Max Blumenthal, with people, people all over the place, to send a package and say, if anything happens to me and it looks suspicious, release it all.
Grab a seat, because this story just took a wild turn. The investigation into the Charlie Kirk shooting just got way darker. And now, rumors are flying that Candace Owens might be tangled up in something much deeper than anyone expected. Word on the street says Kanye West himself allegedly told Candace to lay low, since insiders claim she could be next on the hit list. Yeah, it's that serious. But here's the real twist. New info suggests Charlie Kirk actually knew something bad was coming before that Utah talk show, but someone close to him pushed him to show up anyway. Like, seriously? Now people are asking the real question. Did someone inside Turning Point America set Charlie up? And more importantly, is Candace next in line? The internet's turned into one big investigation zone right now. Everyone's digging for answers, trying to find out who really pulled that trigger, especially since folks online believe the FBI's been sloppy with this case. And get this, Candace ain't sitting quiet either. She's running her own private investigation, not just because she was tight with Charlie and sits on the Turning Point America board, but because she believes no one deserves to be taken out on live TV just for speaking their mind. Candace Owens has been on fire lately, tearing apart the FBI's whole story about the Charlie Kirk shooting. One of the biggest claims she's been calling out is the one naming Tyler Robinson as the supposed shooter, the same guy the feds plastered all over the internet before catching him. But according to Candace, that entire story is straight up nonsense. She's saying Tyler couldn't have been the shooter, not just because he's never even set foot on Utah Valley University's campus, but because he's got partial paralysis in his right side.
I just got a tip that busts the CK case wide open. Tyler Robinson has partial paralysis in his right leg. And that's how people identified him, not from the photographs.
And his family, who has since been interrogated, specifically stated to FBI interrogators that because of the video that the FBI released at my direction, and because of the photographs that they released, they identified their son.
This means that his unusual gait, his limp, was not because there was a rifle down his pants. And those of us with eyeballs already knew this. But this confirms it. This also explains why we never saw a perp walk, why they used all these still photos, and why they only showed him limping one time when he's on the way. So that they could run the narrative that the weapon was down his skinny jeans and nobody could see it. The invisible rifle, right?
And remember that viral clip of the shooter sprinting off right after the shot? Candace's argument is crystal clear. Tyler physically couldn't have run like that. No way. And the internet jumped on it fast. So-called digital detectives started digging and found old footage of Tyler limping, even one from a police body cam after a bad car crash. So now the question's getting serious. Did the feds get the wrong guy on purpose? Or is there something much deeper they're hiding? Candace turned heads when she dropped the bomb that she wouldn't be attending Charlie's memorial. Instead, she said she'd be spending the whole day with Kanye West. And get this, she claimed the memorial itself was being organized by the same FBI officials she says are covering up the truth. The ones framing Tyler Robinson and hiding who the real shooter is. That move by Candace had everyone completely stunned. People couldn't believe she skipped Charlie's memorial. I mean, they were known to be close friends. Fans thought that would have been her chance to pay her last respects, but Candace made it clear she wasn't about to stand next to the same people she believes are hiding the truth behind Charlie's death.
I said there is no way we are going to this event now. There's a 0% chance. First and foremost, why are you saying anybody can go to it? You just buy a ticket to the event, and you're all working to try to get me to confirm that I'm going. And you're doing this as if you're trying to push my buttons and be like, we got to make her get into her ego so she shows up and posts it on social media. Nope, actually, while I'm attacking the feds, maybe not going to a public event which the feds are organizing, is probably a very good idea. I'm good. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna listen to Power on my headphones and go see Ye. How's that for a memorial for Charlie Kirk? That feels like the right thing for me to do right now.
And remember when she hinted that someone inside Turning Point America might have set Charlie up? Well, things got wild when she dropped a screenshot of a text exchange between Charlie and a Turning Point staff member, and it blew the internet apart. In those messages, Charlie was allegedly opening up about his pro-Israel stance and saying he was seriously thinking about quitting. He even mentioned wanting to bring Candace back into the mix, while the other person was trying to talk him out of it, warning him that big donors were ready to pull their money if he ever walked away. Then came the real shocker. Josh Hammer, a Turning Point America staff member, confirmed the leaked screenshot was real and admitted he was the one texting with Charlie. That revelation sent social media into meltdown because it backed up everything Candace had been saying.
But I want to take the start of this show to address some of the things that have been going around on public, namely about a group text chain that has been made known and released by Candace Owens. And I just want to address it head on because, that was a screen grab that I had shared with people. So it is authentic. And I want to go into it because I actually am really excited that the truth is out there.
That Charlie was refusing to keep pushing the pro-Israel narrative. But just when everyone thought it couldn't possibly get wilder, the story took an even darker turn. Fans didn't waste a second. They started digging and uncovered an old post Josh made less than 24 hours before Charlie was shot. And it's straight up chilling. He had replied to a 12-year-old Donald Trump tweet that said, "There should be public executions for all to see. You will end this fast." Josh's response, just two haunting words: public execution. The timing of that post, mixed with those leaked texts showing Charlie torn over his pro-Israel stance, sent the internet into a frenzy. People began whispering that Josh Hammer might have been the mole inside Turning Point America, the one who possibly helped set Charlie up. And now fans are seriously worried for Candace Owens, because from the way things look, Josh might have been deeper in this than anyone imagined. While Candace has been out here dropping receipts trying to prove Charlie was planning to step away from the pro-Israel narrative, Josh was online painting a totally different picture, claiming Charlie was still all in and nothing had changed. But here's where it gets even scarier. Reports say Candace found documents showing Charlie had major doubts about attending that Utah event after getting flooded with threats. He allegedly wanted to cancel, but according to her, the mole inside Turning Point, believed by many to be Josh, convinced him to go anyway. And sadly, that choice might have been what sealed his fate. But before the internet could even catch its breath, Kanye West jumped right into the conversation. And y'all know when Kanye and Candace link up, things get wild. Kanye and Candace go way back, so when insiders started talking, things got real intense. Sources claim Kanye allegedly told Candace to lay low or lock down her security fast, cause she might be next on the list. The insider says Kanye believes Candace is this close to exposing who really orchestrated the Charlie Kirk shooting and unmasking the real mole inside Turning Point America. Even though all signs seem to be pointing straight at Josh Hammer, Kanye reportedly warned that they still need solid proof before making any moves. Apparently, neither the FBI nor the people behind the shooting ever thought Candace would dig this deep, but she did. And now, if she actually cracks the case, it could shake the credibility of the FBI and a bunch of powerful agencies connected to the story. So it's not just the shooters who might want her silenced. There could be big names trying to keep this whole thing buried. But one thing about Candace, she doesn't back down. Even after Kanye's warning, she decided she's going to keep digging until the truth comes out. And here's where it gets wild. According to her, instead of hiding, she set up a dead man switch with all her findings shared among trusted people. If anything ever happens to her, that info's going straight to the public. Kanye exposing that Candace could be the next target had fans flooding the comments. People were saying, "I love their friendship." The loyalty, love, and mutual respect they've got is beautiful. They know these two will stand up for each other no matter what goes down. After Kanye's warning went viral, the story exploded online, and now everyone's trying to piece together what's really going on behind the scenes. Reports started surfacing that Candace's team noticed strange activity, like unknown vehicles parked outside her neighborhood and unmarked calls hitting her phone at random hours. Fans are convinced someone's keeping tabs on her every move, and honestly, it's starting to look like more than just online paranoia. What's even crazier is that Candace allegedly told close friends she's been receiving encrypted messages from anonymous accounts warning her to stop digging or she'll end up like Charlie. That's terrifying, but instead of backing down, Candace doubled down. She's been dropping little hints online that she's getting closer to the truth and that the next set of receipts will expose something so big it'll shake the country. Those are her exact words. Meanwhile, sources say Kanye's been quietly reaching out to his own legal and security connections to help keep Candace safe. Apparently, he told one of his inner circle members, "They don't just silence people with money, they silence people with information." That line sent chills across social media, and people are starting to think this isn't just a political issue anymore, it's a full-blown cover-up. And here's the part that really got everyone talking. One insider revealed that a mysterious folder labeled TPA Internal Ops was recently deleted from Turning Point's internal database right after Candace mentioned having new evidence. Fans are now convinced someone's scrambling to erase the trail before she drops the truth. The tension's getting thicker by the day, and if Candace really has what she says she has, things are about to get explosive. Now things are spiraling fast, and what happened next had the internet in complete shock. Just a few days after Candace hinted she had new proof, her team's cloud storage was reportedly hacked, wiping out tons of confidential files tied to her investigation. The timing was too perfect to be random, and fans immediately started calling it a digital hit. Some even believe whoever's behind the Charlie Kirk setup is now trying to erase every last piece of evidence Candace had before it reaches the public. Even crazier, a leaked email started making rounds online, allegedly from a Turning Point staff chain, warning members to avoid communication with Candace Owens due to ongoing legal exposure. That line right there had social media in flames. People are saying that's proof the organization's trying to distance itself before the truth blows up. And get this, right after that leak dropped, Turning Point's official page went silent for over 24 hours, deleting multiple posts connected to Charlie's final event in Utah. Suspicious, right? Meanwhile, Kanye has been quiet, too quiet. Fans think he's working behind the scenes, possibly building his own legal team to make sure Candace's findings see daylight. Insiders even claim he's considering airing parts of her investigation through his new online platform to keep it out of government hands. But here's the real kicker. An anonymous source told a podcast that Candace's missing files might have been duplicated before the hack and sent to multiple undisclosed locations. If that's true, then whoever thought they wiped her out might have just made the biggest mistake ever. Because if those files resurface and they really expose a government link like people think, this whole situation could explode way beyond Turning Point America. One fan summed it up perfectly. "I trust this queen has a media rollout that activates if anything happens to her. She shuts the countdown every morning when she wakes up. If she ever doesn't," Showtime another added, "they won't touch Candace. They know she's wild like that, and she's got hella receipts ready to drop if they ever try her." People truly believe Candace is safe, but even her supporters admit she's swimming in dangerous waters right now with everything she's exposing. Prayers up for her, for real. So what do you think? Is Candace Owens' life really in danger like Kanye's claiming? Or could this all be one massive misunderstanding with more going on behind the scenes than any of us realize? Drop your thoughts down below. I want to hear what you believe is really happening here. And before you go, make sure to subscribe to Dripzine, hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and drop a comment to keep this conversation alive. This story's far from over, and trust me, you don't want to miss what comes next.